Greetings, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Here on TikTok Live at the one and only, the raw, the rare, the real, the tried and true, Bloom from Within Love. I go by Bloomy. Happy Sunday. You guys are coming in and you're seeing the title, Touch Yourself, and it's not what you think. It's not what some of y'all are thinking. I just came back from, I guess I should call it, I was out in nature, but I was doing what I call chakra dance, okay? So I was out dancing, moving, a little bit of mixed yoga in it. All right, barefoot out there, shaking my groove thing, clearing energy. All right, touching myself in a good way. I mean, not the way you all think. So I had to use a play on words, okay? I like to joke. I knew somebody was going to get a kick out of that, like touch yourself. It's not what you think, okay? I'm going to turn the music down here in a minute. We're actually going to get it full. The importance of touch, and I want to talk about it. The importance of dance or movement. Like I said, I just came out. I was outside for like half an hour in the blazing sun, okay? I was in the blazing sun, in the grass in my front yard, and barefoot and going at it. I call it chakra dancing. So I was dancing like my ancestors, like African dance, a lot of stomping, a lot of like Tina Turner, shaking your ass, your tail feather, kind of energy, and then a lot of movement. Like I went into yoga and then I went into stillness, but it shifts the energy that get lodged in our body, right? Lodged in our energy fields. So I do want to talk about dance, but then I want to talk about touch. Because afterwards, so I was touching myself. It's not the touch that you guys probably thought I was referencing, but the importance of touch and how it helps us to come out of our head, okay? Why touch is important in connections, okay? Why touch? Healthy touch. Because see, what has happened to most of us, we came from some distorted energies where touch was violated, okay? Whether it be sexually or physically, the memories we may have connected to touch from childhood on has probably had an undertone of a predator, exploitatory energy, okay? So I just want to say that, the struggle of a divine feminine is a little different than the struggle of a divine masculine through the awakening process. So the challenge of divine feminines, especially very attractive ones, no disrespect, but I'm talking about ones that are both spiritually attractive, but physically attractive, okay? Hey, what it do? No. But the challenge of a divine feminine, okay, and a physically attractive one at that, she has beautiful energy from the inside and out. So people are naturally drawn to it, intrigued, right? So people naturally want to suck as much in, no pun intended, as they can, okay? But here's what's unfortunate. It's important to have touch that's not exploiting their vulnerability. Sometimes someone just needs a hug that's not turning into they're getting aroused, and so now they can't handle themselves, and now they're trying to either get the divine feminine to touch their wiener, or you know what I'm saying, like they can't handle the arousal because she has a beautiful energy, okay? And if she's physically beautiful, then it's kind of amplified. But this is unfortunate. These are the things that she has to put the boundaries up, and she has to be willing to lose people in the process, because that part needs to be healed. Touch is important, okay? especially if we didn't have proper upbringing. Our parents were cold and icy and detached. Drunks, addicts, abusers, narcs, people that were more concerned about money and shit, and, you know, thinking that that's what parenting was. Okay, buying you shit, giving you shit, or, you know, just they had a roof over your head, but they're so fucking empty and detached. And anytime it was a touch, it was to whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? If they did manage to touch you. You see what I'm trying to say? If they did. Okay? And unfortunately, in some cases, it was violating your purity because they were still sick. They were sick in the head, wasn't right. Their chakras was fucked up, had all kinds of addictions and attachments to their whole ass. Sorry, team, I just gotta call it. So then it creates this need for healing, okay, with touch. Okay, masculine may struggle with this, but for some reason I don't feel like it. Masculine's energy struggle, it may be physical, but to me it seems like theirs is more to do with, like, it's hard to say for them, like the emotion or, you know, the violation in that sense. But for the women, I don't know why it seems like with the divine feminine, maybe because, you know, men have a struggle, maybe, with, you know, ooh, she's a groovy chick, right? Because it's natural to be turned on. I'm not trying to imply that, you know, it's wrong for people to be attracted to divine feminine or sexually aroused. I mean, hell, she's divine feminine and she has a beautiful energy. And if she's sexy and physical, it's like, shit, only someone that wasn't breathing this ain't gonna be turned on, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hola, hey. But it's important, you guys, for us to be able to create sacred, safe space for touch and connections, okay? Whether you're a man or a woman, this is what I really want to say. Building up that sense of feeling safe and secure. A woman, even a divine feminine that's in her ascension, you know, to get her in a place of even wanting to open up vulnerability, she needs to feel safe and secure in your presence. She needs to feel it outside of your words. She needs to feel it outside of the macho-ness that some men kind of typically hide behind. You know, she needs to see that you can hold her, even though you're turned on by her. Even though you want her some awful boy, I tell you what. Even though you desire her with every ounce of your being, your loins are on fire, okay? She needs to see that you have an interest, a sincere interest in her, and are able to hold her and be with her just the same as if you were, you know, eyeballs deep in her hoo-ha. Okay? And if that's not there, she's going to be guarded. She is. She's going to be guarded because it's like she's picking up the energy that in order for her to get a loving touch, she has to allow you to sexually exploit her. In order for you to have any interest in being around her, she has to allow you to cross her boundary of what she's comfortable with at the time. It's not to say that we don't get there. But that needs to be the foundation. The importance of touch is what gets us out of our head. First and foremost, it gets us out of this over upper chakras, over crown chakra energy. It brings us into our body. It brings us present. Look at me. It brings us here. Unfortunately, a lot of divine feminists has experienced that the only time she can get that energy from individuals is if she is, you know, if it's Christmas in July, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's about the only way. Okay? Anything outside of that, they're distracted, they're busy, they're tired, they're asleep, they're working, they're this, because they have no capacity to connect to a woman outside of the sexual aspects, but there's more to intimacy and a connection than just the sexual part. And it's important that it's established before the sexual part even happens. It's important that she senses it, she sees it, and she knows it, and that there's a level of consistency that you've provided. If she senses foul play or fickleness because she ain't sucked your wiener yet, she's going to put a wall up. If she senses a disinterest because she haven't sent you a nudie pic yet, she's going to put her wall up. And it's the patience that a lot of masculine energies could serve to work on. Now, I feel like touches is important for masculines. Let me explain where I see it for them. They need to touch the same way, though. You know, because, I mean, they need to be touched and caressed. To me, a masculine, you know, they need to be hugged, kissed, touched, caressed. That's non-sexual related as well. Now, I don't know if they can handle it. You know, some of them got to figure out a way to balance it out. Because some women do want to show them affection. There are some divine feminines that are very affectionate in nature. And they're very, you know what I'm saying, touchy and, you know, understand the importance of this connectivity. But they don't necessarily want to pull on down their drawers just yet. Okay. But they do want to show the man the physical, you know, like affection, a hug, a squeeze, you know, a holding the hand, a kiss. You know, I don't know if men want kisses on cheeks or not, you know what I'm saying? Because men might be like, bitch, we don't want to do something else. You know, I don't know, a peck. You know, touch, an affectionate. You can have an affectionate peck, y'all, where y'all ain't groping each other and swinging off the chandelier, you know. But it helps to bring us present into the body, right? Can you sit and touch somebody? Boom, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Whoop. It's important. Most of us have been violated in some way, y'all, just to keep it on a 100. Whether we, like I said, were abandoned as children and our parents were too damn busy trying to make money, or worse yet, we just had some crazy, you know, addict parents that was crazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And the only time that it was shit, if you can even fucking recall, shit, if you can even fucking recall an actual touch that had nothing to do with them, or nothing to do with them putting out their anger on you, or their weirdo ass energy. You see what I'm saying? Then we've had connections thus, you know, as we went on until we wake up and start healing. We went into religion. We went into churches. And motherfuckers tore some new one there as well. Trying to fix somebody because of their own brokenness. Okay? Distant, cold, detached, or only showing you affection when you're kissing their ass. Okay? Same thing. Mixed energy. Mixed. It's mixed. So we may have a lot of bad memories subconsciously about touch. Right? You went to the church, they hammering you and shit, they pushing their hand on you, oh, knocking you down like something wrong with you, something wrong with them. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Talking about you behind your back, but then smiling at you. It's a mixed signal. Right? Hugging you, but praying some weird shit over your ass and shit because they insecure ass. Likewise, went to Reiki centers in every arena. So I'm not targeting any particular, I'm targeting all of it. Anything that had a distorted frequency. People come and they weird. Ooh, let's do a session. You trying to suck energy, bitch. Come on. Like, Touch. See where I'm going? Touch. A violation. Boundaries. People feel like they can touch you any old kind of way. That's another, you know, trauma or crossing a boundary because of who you are, who they think they are, whatever. They just touch you any old kind of way, like you don't matter. That's distortion. I don't care if they got 12 letters behind their last name, 12 churches, 12 Reiki Center, 100 trillion followers and subscribers. None of that matters to me. That is distortion. Having no sense of empathy and sensitivity and compassion on how you're touching somebody. Or even if it's soft, what is the frequency behind it? Because all of that is still energy. What is your intention? In order to be able to have thriving connections, intimacy and all that, a sense of safety and security must be established. Where the touch is genuine. It's not, where you're trying to violate someone else to get your jollies off because you're horny. It's this connection with one another, trying to show affection, respecting boundaries, being sensitive, showing somebody in the energy of touch that you care, that you love, and that is not contingent upon what you can get out of them. But they're not going to need to suck your penis or your hoo-ha. You're not going to need to give them $30, whatever weirdo energies that people be operating in. You shouldn't have to pay for love and affection. Pay, whether it be paid sexually or financially with resources. That's a predator energy. That is an opportunistic route. So the person is not worth in value if they're not promising to suck your penis or your hoo-ha. If they're not giving you $30, $40, $50, cigarettes, weed, a bong, a hat, taco, tater chips, spinach, whatever shit. That's opportunist. And people can feel that. You understand where I'm going? This is something that I feel like a lot of folks miss because they're like, I didn't say, people can feel your energy, your frequency, your behavior, your actions, or lack thereof. Hugs, touch, important in order to build from there. You want someone to open up to you. You want someone to trust you. You want someone to share and bleed their heart, their woes, their flaws, their failures. Then there needs to be an establishment and a consistency of that. If it's not there, that person's not going to trust you, nor should they. They haven't been given a reason to. See, there's this weird energy out there that tries to trip people up in the head that says, you hear this comment, trust me until I have broken your trust. Don't put what others have done to you on me. This is a common statement that's used. And there's validity to a degree. Because when you're going into new connections, you do have to prove who you are. That's the whole point, isn't it? It's the point of dating. It's the point of courting. It's the point. You have to show your consistency. You have to show, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about us like kissing ass or jumping through hoops. What I'm simply saying is you have to reveal. And until that's revealed, no one is going to give you no 100% of anything. You are under evaluation in a good sense, not in a weirdy sense. What are you showing in the connection consistently? Not what you're saying. What are you showing and backing up in a connection? That is the foundation here. That's called wisdom. That is not, you know, people, especially those who benefit off of exploiting others, they like to hide behind those statements. Oh, they're projecting what they went through with a no, they're treating you. No, they're not. No, they're not. If you've been flaky, so then they're treating you accordingly. It has nothing to do with because their last person was flaky. It has everything to do with you are. You're flaky. You see where I'm going? Oh, they have trust issues because the last person. Nope. They probably worked through those issues. It has everything to do with how you're flaky, you're suspect, you're weird, unanswered questions, you're evading questions, eluding things. It's you. How, you know, what did you show these people? What have we shown them? Okay, when you're together, when you're dating, what's been the energy? What's the foundation? What's the temperature? Have you been the type that they, you know, you only wanted to show affection when somebody buy you a beer? When somebody break the law with you so you can have yet one more sack of weed? You got to answer those questions. And then wonder why there's a distrust or a wall. It's there because the foundation wasn't set properly. Did you show somebody you have the tendency to be wild and out and you 1,000 years old? Well, it ain't them. You're displaying and showing them that you wild and out at 1,000 years old. So no, it's not in their head. Have you shown the person that everybody else's opinion matters over theirs? See, we have to look at our behavior. Because if someone can see that about you, but honey, you can hang it up. You just might as well forget it. They ain't fencing to nothing. They ain't fencing to open up. They ain't fencing to tell you the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. They ain't fencing to do none of that. None of that. You're sneaky, detached. They're not about to tell you. And so I'm saying this for both genders. I'm not bending it. I'm saying it for both. Like, hang it up. So they're not paranoid. They're treating you according to your conduct. You cause a fight every time you're irritated and you want to go party and fuck. They pick up on that. Nobody's dumb. Okay? Like, we both gotta catch a clue. Even though people don't say nothing, they can look simple as hell. But ain't nobody stupid. So the person will then in turn become withdrawn. They too will in fact start pulling away. Because they sense that it's not safe. They sense there's some offness here. Touch is important. Healthy touch, loving touch, sincere touch. Touch that's not contingent on a nut. Touch that's not contingent on, you know what I'm saying, what I'm going to get out of it if I hug you. What do you mean? It's a fucking benefit, dizzy fuck, between the both. What do you mean? Outside of groping. What do you mean? See, this is because we've been so conditioned in this distorted energy, we think it's normal. We're going to do, I'm going to use spiritual AF to get a pull about this. But as we're dating, as we're getting to know somebody, and especially in actual so-called relationships, connections, commitments, if that's not there, If negligence is there, we really shouldn't be surprised why someone goes up in their head a lot, and we really shouldn't be surprised that there's an underlying distrust because there's a lack of proper touch, connection that pulls us out of the head into the now, and we can sense and feel one another's energies and frequencies. Get us out of the mind. Now, game players, they do that for that reason. But those are the folks that you want to really turn around and show them your ass in July and say, and here's Uranus. Shit. Those motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, that they know that and they use that. Those are the distorted psychopaths, sociopaths, narcs. Okay? They do that to keep people in the head. Right? When you discover that, you have to go, okay, yeah, it's about, put them on the list. Okay, you done fucked up now, boom, bitch, bye. You won't get nothing. They done fucked up. It's like, put them on your list. Like, you get nothing. And pun intended. Nothing, not from me. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Okay? We deserve this healthy touch. Divine feminines really get annoyed. This is why they go along for a while. Because they start to get annoyed. Like, look, I know you think I'm a groovy chick. I know I'm hot. I know I'm sexy. I know you turned on. I know, bitch, boom, bitch. I know I'm that motherfucker. I know, okay, I know. Not in a weird way. But they get annoyed because do you fucking have an interest outside of that? Do you see past that? Do you even have a desire to? See, a lot of folks have been conditioned. They want to go the backwards route because society and all of that conditioning. No, well, no, it's backwards. Too bad, so sad. Go to the zone. Go back to Zodies and pick a side. Plenty of them. You can find those. Okay, but no, you have to be worthy to go past levels of intimacy. Do you value me? As a divine feminine, when she raises her self-worth and value, that's her premise right there. When she starts dealing with her wounds and her inner child and all the things that she suffered through, she's no longer thirsty. So she don't care if you got 12 hoes panting for you. She will look at you and tilt her hat and go, have fun. Don't come over here crying when they whoop you every which way to Sunday. When they done suck the living life out your bones. You know what I'm saying? She tilts her hat and go, boom. Have fun. Over with the Zodies chicks. Okay? Because you sure the fuck ain't finna bring it. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. She's raised her value. She don't want her energy distorted either. Okay? Masculines, like I said, they do need the touch and they need the hugs and the tender touch and all of that. But a part of their struggle is they have to figure out a way to hone their heat, to hone that masculine heat, to balance it out. Like tap back into their feminine energy in a way to temper it out a little bit. Okay. What else I wanted to say, team? I'm forgetting something, I feel like. I talked about how I was outside for about half an hour before I came on here, in the grass, in nature, doing chakra dances, right? Very beautiful, very powerful every time I do it. Probably here soon if I'm guided. If I'm guided, I may do it with you all. Okay, I got to see if I can set it up or if I can prompt some kind of way outside to where the camera, where you guys will be able to see and all of that stuff the right way. I have to figure that out. Um, and if I'll be able to see you, because sometimes that sun be blazing and shit, I can't be seeing shit. But it moves energy. Sometimes we need to move the stagnation. And so I did a lot of lore stuff when I was out there. A lot of, you know, like I said, shaking my tail feather, like, boom, if y'all could have saw it, dropping it like it's hot, like shaking the bottom, right? Rolling, twirling, you know. Then I went forward. I did like the downward facing dog, putting the energy, clearing my crown chakra, coming back up, right? Barefoot and just stomping and connecting to the energy of earth and the grass. Boom, boom, boom. It was tight. Boom. I was dancing. I was like, boom, bitch. Ah, boom. And I was sweating, jumping, and all that, and it felt great. Okay, so you know, in 2022, and with the situations on Earth as it is, and we're all in different situations, you know, we can't all get to a gym all the time. There's different circumstances, and so creative ways. It's important to be doing that as often as you can, especially if you're in your head. If you're in your head, your kids got on your last nerve, bitch. The retards that's stalking you, you know, you ready to tear them a new one. If they know what's, you about 1 second close to poof, you're dead, bitch. Ah, you know, you feeling some kind of, yeah. So when you come out of that, get into nature, reconnect with Earth, with Gaia, Christ consciousness, ancestors, and clearing, gets you a neutrality, beautiful energy, earthing. I call it, it's earthing. I was barefoot, it's earthing. That's what I was doing. Okay. So, but if you're a little physically challenged or whatever, hematite can help you in some ways. Tree agate, moss agate. There's a few earthy stones, red jasper. A lot of earthy stones will help you to ground in if you can't necessarily do all those things, okay? So now, with all this long discussion being said, touch yourself. That's what you see as you're coming in. Touch yourself. And I'm only saying that not in the way that we are touching. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. We do that, but hey, do that as well. You know, shit, bitch. You know, look, it's safer to do that than go out there and convolute your energy with yet another weirdo. Okay? And now you gotta go do some deep clearing and shit, bitch, because you got the energetic fleas. Oh, bitch, oh. Wish I didn't do it. God damn it. Ooh, okay, thank you, Lightning. Okay. Look, another reason why that's important is because Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine later figures this out. It's usually way late in their ascension that they figure this out. They're addicting. Their energy is addictive. Their sexual energy is addictive. So the reason why it's ill-advised for them to be so fast and loose is because of that. When they mess around and be having sex and they think they're doing casual sex, it's like, man, they be, you know what I'm saying, they be in their feels. Because now they got them a crazy on a tilt. That ain't, you know, trying to let go. So they figured this out late. I figured it out way late. Like, oh, that's why. Okay, it ain't about being rigid. It has nothing to do with religiosity or none of that. I get it. So then you get these obsessive energies after you even more. It's a part of why they have to guard their sexual energy. Because it's like, shit, if you think they own your health now, shit, bitch, boom, boom. If you think they own you now. Yeah. So they have to guard it, okay? and be very selective. They have to become very, very selective in who they're willing to have sexual exchange with. Okay? So, touch. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, guys. I said I was going to show you guys. Do it, y'all. White team, do it. Okay. This is a piece of my Newtonite. I think I talked about this yesterday. I want to give me some more Newtonite. Very potent healing energy. Very, very, very powerful. Okay, so touch. The importance of touch, touching yourself, hug yourself. This is to, you know, put this loving energy back into yourself. You may have never gotten it. Okay? So when you're feeling in too much in your head, as you're awakening, coming out the matrix, as you're walking out from toxic connections, as you're cleaning up your life and you are getting the pushback that narcs, sociopaths, weirdos, all of that weirdy toxic energy, they send, it's important that while this is happening, because you're still trying to clean, balance, align, getting in nature, dancing, like I just told you, chakra dancing, moving your body, getting out in the sun, getting connected to Gaia, stepping out the 4 walls if you can. Okay, going barefoot, shaking energy out. Okay. Also, touching yourself, but in a loving way, not in a harsh, mean way, not in a I'm hurrying up trying to nut way, but, you know, compassion, like hugging yourself, touching yourself, caress, you know, and set the intention of I'm sending love and light, love and positivity, love, because you have a lot of distorted energies being sent constantly on top of whatever you've already gone through. So it's important that we do it for ourselves first, the importance of loving touch. And if we have children, you know, to remind ourselves to go there, because a part of what has created sociopaths, psychopaths, narcs, distorted spiritualists, distorted clergy, usually 80% of the time is because of the distorted energy they themselves were reared under. Okay? They didn't get, you know, there was some kind of distortion. People had to earn love maybe in their environments. People had to kiss ass for it. Okay? They had to be super strenuous for it. Just different situations. And they end up either going into the narc energy when they grow up or the empath. The empath overcompensates because of it. The narc becomes a selfish prick. But both suffered abuse. One became overcompensating, empathing. The other one became totally disconnected, a monster. Yep. Lighting. The importance of touch in a healthy way. 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 Especially for those who are wanting to date and have relationships and saying they want something real. The importance of touch in a healthy way. The importance of touch, safety and security, feeling safe and secure. Feeling safe and secure for intimacy here. The importance of touch in a healthy way. Okay. 4 as foundation is what we're choosing here. Home life stability. Foundation. Restructuring the foundation here. Grab your own butt and love yourself. Didn't I just say touch yourself? Didn't I? Grab your own butt and love yourself. Oh my God, spirit guides are on it. They're validating the reading. Grab your own butt and love yourself. So basically learning how to caress ourselves first, okay? So that we're not continuing to exploit ourselves just to get some human contact, right? You're not ready for, sexual things. You want somebody to build something with you first. And, so touching ourselves, grab your own butt. We may want somebody to grab our ass. Well, right now, let's grab our own ass so we don't have to exploit our energy with somebody we don't want or something that we're not quite ready for. Okay? The universe is your sugar daddy. Absolutely. The universe is your sugar daddy. So in other words, don't use your body as a means to an end. That one gonna sting a few folks. The universe is your sugar daddy. The importance of touch. Like, we've all fallen prey to that, especially in younger years. But as you start awakening and healing and ascending and dealing with these traumas and these wounds, realize, like, wait a minute, I shouldn't have to exploit my body. I should be able to get healthy touch from people that's claiming to be my friend. Claiming to love and care for me as a person. I shouldn't have to exploit my body to get intimate, healthy, loving touch from people. I shouldn't have to sell my soul. I shouldn't have to kiss their ass. I shouldn't have to bow down to them. I shouldn't have to contort. If it's legit. If it's legit, I'll put it that way. Okay? I shouldn't have to dim my shine. I shouldn't have to do any of that. Right? Beautiful. So it's about relying on yourself, your higher self, your spirit guides, to provide for you. Okay? Provide for you. It's about this self-love energy. Then we have here, vibrate so high that toxic people fall back because they no longer know how to approach you. They no longer know. And that's what yes, spirit guys, boom, bitch. Oh, they fall back. They fall back. This is what healthy boundaries is going to do. They're going to fall back because they don't know how to approach you, especially when you start loving yourself. You don't need nobody to grab your ass. You don't need nobody trying to take advantage of your vulnerability for your need to have touch, okay? You don't need nobody that's exploiting. They could help you if they want to, but they're trying to use their power or their money, okay, to get you to let them grope you or whatever. It's like, no. I'm going to change my frequency so high that these motherfuckers fall back because they ain't going to know how to handle me. They're not going to know how to handle me. Okay? Because you need healthy touch. That is the foundation of a good, healthy, balanced connection. The toxic ones need to fall back. And the only way they start falling back is when we start honoring ourselves. And you'll notice that if you're not letting somebody grope on you, they call you less. If you're not letting them get a copper pill, they're calling you less. If you ain't, doiting on them in a certain way, or, you'll start to see it because you're putting up a boundary and you're not willing to let them use their sugar daddy energy or their sugar mama energy to keep you in the loop with them. Violating touch because you're vulnerable and they're horny. You're vulnerable and they're codependent and needy of your energy, right? Hold on one second. I need to make sure this is in here, guys. Give me a second. Beautiful energy coming through though already. Okay. All right, hold on. Are you guys still with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Boom, bitch. Oh, let me see. Boom. Okay. Okay. So, oh man, what happened? Did I move it? Sorry. Yes, and then lastly, in order to love who you are, you can't hate the experience that shaped you, okay? Now, I get that part, you know, it's painful. It's a process when you start allowing toxic people to be shooken out of your life, when you start putting up healthy boundaries, and you could have gotten treated a certain way because of it. But be grateful for it, because you can still be caught up in that same loop of exploiting yourself. I'll let you cop a feel off of me if you hug me or give me some tangy chips. Oh, you see what I'm trying to say? It's really sad people still operate and vibrate that low. But the only way we get out of there is these boundaries, because they start falling back. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you have to like just be real strong in a boundary. But other times, especially those who have a lot of options, then they will start to fall back, because they can see that I can perceive that they're not going to let me grow up on them. I can perceive that they're not going to start sexting me. I can perceive that, you know, they're not going to let me buy my way into their hoo-ha. I can perceive that, you know, blah, 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 blah. And if they have options that they could possibly be that to, then they'll start investing more so in people they can buy and exploit. Okay? So very, very, very beautiful. And look it, I just looked at the bottom of the deck. It says no equals a full sentence. No is a full sentence. Yes. Okay. As we start saying no to things that are violating us, but while we're doing it, touching ourselves and touching ourselves, right? Putting that energy into ourselves. Okay. Beautiful. Our vibration is going to rise. We eventually do manifest different types of folks, but we have to start with elimination. Start with staying strong in our boundary, relying on the universe, relying on our higher self. And I get it, y'all. It's ain't judgment. I've lived, man. But with that being said, I've learned some lessons. I have learned some lessons. And when you start healing your self-worth and value, you realize that you're priceless and precious. And if people really love and care for you, you won't have to sell yourself out for it. So it helps you to get to the process of elimination of people in your life more quickly, more easily, without a lot of fuss and muss, because you haven't tied yourself so much to them. Allowing people to show you who they are. But the best way we can do that, guys, from my experience, is embracing our authenticity and healthy boundary, because when that's there, this is going to happen. This will start to happen. Okay? It says vibrate so high that toxic people fall back because they no longer know how to approach you, because they can't play with you, they can't mind fuck you, they can't dangle carrots in front of you. You know what I'm saying? All those things that these types of predatory people, whether they're men or women, have a tendency to do to keep people stuck in toxic loops with them. We need healthy touch, okay? Healthy touch. But we only get to healthy touch as we start healthily touching ourselves and removing things in people who are constantly trying to exploit that. Okay? Hope that makes sense. And moving our bodies. So look, if you're in your head today, right? Get out there and shake your tail feather, right? Get out there, move around, dance around, return to sender, do some energetic jujitsu on some degenerate fucks. Go outside, do some motion. This is how we keep this energy moving. Trauma, toxicity, breathing, connected to our body. Touch yourself. Touch yourself. And like I said, I certainly would advise you all, if especially you're single, look, be selective with your body, okay? Don't believe I, because the shit be fun until it ain't no more. The shit be looking on exciting status until it ain't no more, okay? And it's prices that we have to pay for, okay? And if you're horny, you know, boom, bitch. Y'all know me. Hell, reconnect with your yoni if you're a girl. You know, healthy touch. You know, shoot, bitch, boom. If you feel like you really need some physicality. If you feel like you need some physicality after you dance, after you create, after you rap and paint and sing and whatever. If you're still... You know, you didn't exercise, you didn't ran, you didn't do cartwheels, right? But boom. But you still feel like you need, boom. Y'all look, bitch, boom. Go ahead and make yourself happy, okay? Go ahead and touch yourself. And look, I'll end it here. And listen, if you are comfortable with someone and you're doing sexual, you know, sexting, or it's not wrong with that if you're comfortable. That's the whole premise. If you're comfortable with that, if that's where you're at, if you feel like that person really digs you, and if that's important to you, okay, it's your call, okay? So it's not about being a prude. If you're comfortable, you're comfortable, okay? But just try your best to gauge whether or not somebody is exploiting you, okay? And if it's worth it at the end of the day, because essentially you can get yourself there probably quicker than bitch. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. All right, you guys. Touch yourself in a good way. Touch. Get out there and shake your tail feather. All right. You ain't got to be a professional dancer. Go on outside and dance. Okay. touch, shake your rear. Okay, do some yoga, some poses and shit, bitch. Okay? All right, guys. Love and light.